my friends and fellow VEDSies. I'm trying a new angle. Does it show? I hope it does. I used all of my textbooks so I need to take a break from my homework, and I also need to start shooting a couple of my other things. But before I start shooting, I want to put some makeup on. So I thought, why not kill two birds with one stone and try to show you all how I do makeup. Now, the first step is to put on foundation and just kind of fucking beat that shit in there. This is not the greatest foundation ever. However, my skin just has never been one to match, like ever. Even in high school theater, when we had hundreds of tubes of foundation, I had to combine to get the right shade. Which is, you know, a little annoying, but I do my best. I could probably find one that is a bit closer if I was willing to pay money, like more than $12 for a bottle. But you know, it's just not always worth it. So I'm just patting it down, making sure I don't miss anywhere, feeling around. Feels all covered. Can't really see the bags in my eyes anymore. The next step is to grab all of my powders and the brushes that go with them. My normal powder that sort of mattifies and helps match the skin a little better. Blush, which makes you look blushy. And this contour palette, it's a bronzer and a highlighter. The bronzer I just use under my chin to kind of help with the double chin effect, and the highlighter just helps make everything look a little more dewy and like I'm a bit more alive. So we start off with the powder, get in with the brush I use for that, just sort of move that around. And I don't put foundation on my neck because I tend to break out more on my neck if I do that. And also it's hard to find a spot that is good to blend. But I do put my powder on my neck because that's a little more subtle. It tints the skin, but it doesn't full on cover it. So it makes my face and my neck look a little bit more matchy-matchy without actually doing all the work. All right, now I'll grab blush and the blush brush, just sort of. There are other ways to do this, but I kind of like the vintagey doll alive look. It makes me look a little more smiley. And with the same brush, I'm gonna go into the bronzer and just get going at that. This is something I've started more recently doing, but just sort of helps a little, and I can use it. It's not a huge difference, but from a distance it helps a little more. So I just do that. And now I grab this smaller brush and I go into the highlighter under the brow bone. Just brush it right under the tip of the nose. Right there. And right across the cheek. And that's where you can really see it going. And then I just sort of rub a dub so you can't quite see the line. Makes my cheekbones look a little more defined. And that's that. Next up is brows. I hate how I do my brows, but it is part of the process. Basically, you take this waxy stuff and just sort of dip it in and shape. Figure out where you want the ends to be, where you want to darken. I don't cover my full brow because my brows are a little longer than I care for, because I got them waxed once when I was 13 and haven't done it since. But I want to, but I haven't. And I just go in with the powder, fix that little error, grab the little spoolie brush, sort of brush through, and there we go. All right, now it's time for the actual eyes. So I'm gonna start with this tinted eye primer. It's just really pretty and helps make things pop. And that's really what we're trying to do. Make it look a little more poppy. Make the shadowy parts more shadowy, the bright parts brighter. Make it a little more special. And so that's pretty subtle, but it does something. It's mostly there for sticking the eyeshadow on. I'm going to be using my Naked 2 palette. It is my favorite palette, and I'm just going to grab a color, start on the inside. You can really see that, I think. This is suspect in case any of you are interested. I really don't think you are, but who knows? Snake bite. Just goes right in the corner. Take a tease and put that right in the crease. Again, just creating that shadow. Take the other end and just literally just blend it all out. Make it look a little more. That's subtle, but it's there. And that's kind of what we want. Nothing super crazy today. That might be another time though. Now we're going for the eyeliner. I have a love-hate relationship with eyeliner. I love how it looks, but I hate putting it on. So I just take it from the corner very gently. I can't have anyone else put eyeliner on me. I have to do it myself. Because I'm the only one I trust to be gentle enough with it. And the line isn't super continuous. And I hate the wing. So we're just gonna wipe that wing away. Grab a makeup wipe. Five. Just rub off the corner. Now it's even more subtle, which kind of works. There we go. I'm taking this Ulta mascara, and I only do the top lashes because the bottom lashes, I read, make your eyes look smaller. And people already tell me my eyes are kind of small. So that's that. And last but certainly not least is the lipstick. You know I'm normally a fan of a bright bold red, but I'm going to be using a nudier pink. This is a Revlon Ultra HD matte lip color, and I love these formulas. They're super sweet smelling. They don't dry out your lips too bad. They, what's the word? They stay pretty well. I usually reapply once a day, which is pretty good for lipstick. It transfers a lot, but it stays on your lips. Like, it looks like it's all gonna be gone, but it's not, so just... It's a pretty close match to my lips, naturally, but it's not exact. It smells so good. Like, straight up like cookies. Like, maybe sugar cookies? And there we are, a complete face done. And so that's that. I hope you all enjoyed this. I hope maybe you learned something. So I have a little more homework and a lot of shooting to do, so I'll see you tomorrow.